Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. They got him. They got him. They got him. They arrested him, y'all. They got him. They arrested P. Diddy. They have arrested P. Diddy. They got him, y'all. This is the 14-page indictment right here. We got somebody breaking it down. Y'all know I read slow, so I got somebody else breaking it down, somebody who finished school. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Oh, you're a little freak, P. Diddy. Because 10 bottles of baby oil isn't enough. They need 1,000. The hammer.
1,000 bottles of oil? Of lubricant? Stop playing, bro. That's why Busta Rhymes be walking around with that Vaseline on his lip all the time. Yo!
Hammer's finally come down on P. Diddy, but not the way he likes the hammer, if you know what I mean. P. Diddy has been charged with racketeering conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He was arrested yesterday in New York. I can't even put
Yo, that's why they be
into words how unbelievably cooked this guy is. I'm about to read the indictment. His defense team also has a $50 million bail package they proposed. This guy is absolutely insane, psychopath, but here we go. Hit subscribe. Let's go, boys.
He gonna read it. He gonna read it. This done by Cuff Boys. Y'all go subscribe. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Cuff Boy, here it go, y'all. Here it go.
All right, right here we got the United States versus Sean Combs indictment. For decades, Sean Combs, aka
How many names he got?
States versus Sean
Oh, damn,
Combs
my bad.
indictment. For
Fuck.
decades, Sean Combs,
Come on,
aka Puff Daddy,
we gotta
P.
get
Diddy,
it. Come
the defendant
on,
abused,
man.
threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. To do so, Combs relied on his employees, resources, and influence of
Yo, y'all see that? AKA Puff Daddy, AKA P. Diddy, AKA PD. PD. What we've been saying this whole time about Drake, PDF file. That's it. It's been his name the whole time. Wow.
multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. So basically, he's the f***ing devil. Sorry. I know this isn't funny, but headquartered at various times in Manhattan and Los Angeles, under a variety of United States-based corporate entities, including Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, Combs Global. Corporate entities in the Combs business included, among other things, record labels, a recording studio, apparel line, alcoholic spirit business, marketing agency, and television network and media company. Engaged in persistent and pervasive pattern of abuse towards women and other individuals. This abuse was at times verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual. He manipulated women to participate in highly orchestrated performances of sexual activity with male commercial sex workers. This is where it gets sus. Bro was forcing women to have sex with other men. Like, straight, he's a cuck. At times, Combs and others acted as direction, made arrangements for women and other commercial sex workers.
Remember what I said. Once you become a billionaire or millionaire, it just enhances who you were in the beginning. Look at that Big Papa video. I forgot which video it was, where they had all the the bungee jumpers in the video, and that was all orchestrated by P. Diddy.
To fly to his location. Combs ensured participation from the women by, among other things, obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support, and threatening to cut off at the same time using intimidation and violence. So cornering them by all ways you can imagine to force them to have sex with random men because he's a f***ing cuck. Physical abuse. We all saw the video in the hotel of him running in a damn robe. Numerous occasions from 2009. Combs assaulted women by striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at, and kicking them. These assaults were at times witnessed by others and included one instance at a Los Angeles hotel in 2016, which was captured on video and later publicly reported, where Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a woman she was attempting to leave. When a member of hotel security staff intervened, Combs attempted to...
Just like Judge Joe Brown said, they was waiting to go in there and getting them tapes. Waiting to go in there and getting them tapes because it was going to reveal them tapes and stuff he had, all that evidence was going to reveal other people as well. Now, did y'all know that Epstein's his thing like that, his is sealed. Puff Daddy's is released. Epstein's is sealed. Let's get it, y'all.
To deprive the staff member to ensure silence. It was not limited to these women. It extended to his employees, witnesses, and abuse to others. He used his business to cover up his abuse and commercial sex. His employees, including security staff, household staff, personal assistants, high-ranking supervisors, and other close associates, acted as Combs' intermediaries. Members and associates of Combs' enterprise engaged in and attempted to engage in sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, coercion, and enticement to engage.
Now, remember when he was making the band, he was making people walk for cheesecake and stuff? This goes along with him forcing people to do stuff, outrageous things. Hey, man, yo, this is wild.
In prostitution, narcotics offenses, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. So they're saying the Combs enterprise is constituted as an enterprise as defined by Title 18 United States Code. That is a group of individuals associated in fact, although not a legal entity. Members functioned as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of Combs enterprise. Defendant and others, known and unknown, participated in unlawful and other activities related to the conduct of Combs enterprise affairs, operating a global business in the media, entertainment, and lifestyle industries, record label, recording studio, blah, blah, blah. We already know all this. Enriching members and associates of the enterprise, including its leader, and particularly those who demonstrated loyalty to Combs and willingness to conceal his crimes. Yikes. So are they charging other people in his business? I would imagine they have to, right? I'm sure there's a few people that went through great lengths and broke the law as well. Preserving, protecting, and promoting, enhancing the power of Combs enterprise, including the power of its leader, through violence, use of firearms, threats of violence, coercion, verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. Protecting the Combs enterprise and its members and associates, including Combs, from detection and prosecution by law enforcement authorities through acts of intimidation, manipulation, bribery, and threats of retaliation against individuals who witnessed the crimes committed by members and associates of the enterprise. That's bad. So there's clearly some, serious witness intimidation evidence in this case as well. Combs and other members and associates of the Combs enterprise wielded the power and prestige of Combs' role at the Combs business to intimidate, threaten, and lure female victims into Combs' orbit, often under the pretense of a romantic relationship, use force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with the males, commercial sex workers. Combs referred to as other things as freak-offs. So we've heard about this freak-off situation. This man is a weirdo. Freak-offs were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, and masturbated during, and often recorded. In arranging these freak-offs, Combs, with assistance of members and associates of the Combs enterprise, transported and caused to be transported commercial sex workers across state lines and internationally. Freak-offs occurred regularly. He distributed drugs to victims, in part to keep victims obedient and compliant. Unbeknownst to the victims, Combs kept videos he filmed of victims engaging in sex acts with commercial sex workers. After freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. I mean,
they received IV fluids to recover. Remember Jaguar Wright was saying the same thing. Y'all people be talking about, oh, she bugged out. She don't know what she talk. But she done had the indictment already. Did y'all see the video with Puff Daddy and his mother with the gas mask on, with the oxygen mask and all that? Man, yo, that dude probably got a whole hospital in his crib. Look at this. The IV. Oh, from the Tootsie. Remember Jaguar Wright was talking about the Tootsie. Wow. The IV fluid just to recover from physical exertion and drug use. Oh, wow.
Received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. I mean, there's no... This guy's the devil. But remember, he's presumed innocent. High-ranking supervisors, security staff, household staff facilitated the freak-offs by, and other things, booking hotel rooms, stocking the hotel rooms in advance with required freak-off supplies, including controlled substances, baby oil, lubricant, linens, lighting, cleaning the hotel rooms to try to mitigate room damage, arranging for travel for victims and sex workers, and Combs to and from the freak-offs, resupplying Combs with the requested supplies, delivering large sums of cash to Combs to pay commercial sex workers, and scheduling the delivery of IV fluids.
Yo, what do y'all think about the game? Remember the game was like, yeah, they was asking him like, you ain't make no music with Puff? What you doing with Puff? What's up with Puff? The game was like, man, Diddy just like the party. Bro was like, for a year? You ain't make no music for a whole year? JT, was that his name on that show? JT, Game, bro, Game, you gotta come out and explain yourself, bro.
What a freaky little fucker. During this search of Combs' residences in Miami, Florida, Los Angeles, law enforcement seized various freak-off supplies. Is this real life? Are we really reading this? Including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and
Yo! 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. What do you use that for? A slip and slide contest? This is wow.
lubricant. Oh, you're a little freak, P. Diddy. Because 10 bottles of baby oil isn't enough. They need 1,000. Subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse. The victims to engage in freak-offs. Maintain control over his victims through and among physical violence. Promises of career opportunities. That's a fucked up one. This is all fucked up, but like granting and threatening to withhold financial support and other coercive means, including tracking their whereabouts, dictating the victim's appearance, monitoring their medical records, controlling their housing, supplying them with controlled substances, threatened the victims' careers and livelihoods, including if they resisted in participating in the freak-offs. Combs also used the sensitive, embarrassing, incriminating recordings that he made during freak-offs as collateral to ensure the continued obedience and silence. He might...
Yo, remember the dude? Yo, it's so many videos that go with this indictment, bro. Remember the video of the dude was like, yo, this how they do in the hip-hop industry. They'll record you do some stuff. They'll make sure you all woozy. And he was like, yo, we need you to sign this paper right here. He was like, nah. The rapper be like, nah, I ain't signing nothing. He'd be like, yo, popping that motherfucking tape. Where that tape at? Go and get that tape. And then he'll show him what it is. Is that you on that video? Do you want this video to go out there? Is that you on that video? This is what that dude was talking about.
Might be a psychopath. Combs himself carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses. During the search of Combs' residence in Miami, Florida, LA seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 AR-15s with defaced serial numbers, as well as a drum magazine. The defaced serial numbers is that's a felony right there, right?
Yeah,
Control over victims by following his directions regarding financial payments to victims, advancing or suppressing the victim's career opportunities. Members and associates of the Combs enterprise at times witness Combs' violence towards the victims without intervening. Instead, members and associates of Combs enterprise help conceal the violence and abuse. Occasions include instances where a victim was required to remain in hiding for several days at a time to recover from the injuries. When Combs' authority or reputation was threatened by the possibility of negative publicity or legal law enforcement action against him, including in or about late 2023, so recently. Combs and members of associates of enterprise pressured witnesses and victims, including through attempted bribery, to stay silent, not report what they experienced in law enforcement. On phone calls, Combs and other members of associates of the enterprise, among other things, provided the victims and witnesses with the false narrative of events in an effort to conceal his crimes. The racketeering conspiracy knowingly combined, conspired, confederated, and agreed together and with each other to violate the racketeering laws of the United States, conduct and participate directly and indirectly in the conduct of affairs of the Combs enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity, multiple acts involving kidnapping, multiple acts involving arson, multiple acts involving bribery, tampering with a witness, forced labor, sex trafficking, possession and intent to distribute narcotics. P. Diddy, the defendant, agreed that a conspirator would commit at least 2 acts of racketeering activity in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs enterprise. Knowingly recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, patronized, solicited by any means a person knowing and reckless disregard of the fact. That means of force, threat, of force, fraud, and coercion. Count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution. Knowingly transport an individual in interstate into foreign commerce with intent that individual engage in prostitution. Defendant shall forfeit all property, real and personal, derived from the proceeds obtained as a result of said offense, and any and all property, real or personal, that was used or intended to be used to commit or facilitate the commission of said offense. But now, apparently his defense team has proposed a $50 million bail situation. Defense proposes the following bail package: $50 million bond, co-signed by Sean Combs, his mother, his sister, the mother of his oldest daughter, and his 3 adult sons. Secured by the equity in Mr. Combs' residence located at 2 West Star Island. The appraised value of the home is $48 million. In anticipation of the bail hearing on August 20th, paid off the remaining mortgage of about $18 million so that the home could be used as a security bond and be free of mortgage. Bro just has $18 million to pay off a mortgage. He's worth around $1 billion. So, God, That's just insane because you know you're about to be arrested pretty much at a bail hearing. Mr. Combs' travel will be restricted by the Southern District of Florida. His passport was surrendered by counsel on April 1st. His counsel advised the prosecution of this fact in an email dated the same day. Passports of the following family members who have already surrendered their passports to counsel after the raids on Mr. Combs' homes. So all his family members also submitted their passports too. Think about how big of a piece of shit you have to be for your bail to be $50 million. The government respectfully submits this letter in anticipation of the defendant's appearance before this court later today and support of the government's request for the defendant's detention pending trial. There's no condition or combination of conditions that will reasonably assure the appearance of the defendant as required and the safety of others in the community. The defendant is dangerous and poses an ongoing threat to the safety of the community. If released, he remains a serious risk of flight despite the conditions offered by his counsel. The defendant also poses a significant risk of obstructing justice.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. If Puffy go down, he gonna bring a lot of people down with him. What Nino Brown said, if I go down, I'm bringing a whole lot of y'all down with me. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. He got more evidence. He got more evidence. They thought them tapes and stuff that they got when they went into his crib. He got more. He got more. He gonna bring a whole lot of people down with him. Wow. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This is wild. This is wild. It's coming out as we go. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone.